The Joint Development Authority is a government-funded authority that is essentially the only entity that's authorized to provide tax incentives and help companies get state and federal assistance. We work with economic development professionals, also real estate professionals for corporate entities, and site selection professionals to help companies find the best location for their next investment.
Essentia Protein Solutions is a global leader in the production of stock and broth proteins and functional proteins for both human food and human nutrition. And as we looked at expansion of our business and being able to bring more solutions to our customers, led us to look at the southeastern United States as we were looking at expansion into chicken. When we first put out the request for proposals, we looked at 3 separate states. So we ended up looking at just over 7 or 8 different locations just in Georgia alone, and we're able to narrow it down through that overall process and really developing a good feel for the partnership that we would have here in Dalton is what ultimately led us here.
My name is Earl Nichols. I am the project manager for Essentia Protein Solutions for the Dalton area. It's kind of funny, they've already kind of given me a nickname. They call me number 1 because I am the first hire. I'm very, very excited about this opportunity. When you can create your own team and develop your own culture, it's just a very, very exciting time right now, and I'm just glad to be a part of this process.
Since I've been here, we've seen investment close to $1 billion. That's really essentially new industry and diversified industry. In the economic development world, the product that we're selling is land and buildings. Sometimes communities have property that they own, and sometimes they're marketing private property. We do both. Having property that you own and control allows you to create the narrative and control what you get in our community. A great example of this is Carbondale Business Park. The goal for the park when it was first purchased was to put 1,000 jobs in that business park. And I'm happy to tell you that we are currently sitting at about 1,000 jobs, and by the end of this year that park will have close to 2,000 people in it. Carbondale Business Park, based on just the businesses that are there now, will return $62 million to our taxpayers and our local government in the time frame of 20 to 25 years.
My predecessor in this job, he looked at 30 different sites in 6 or 7 different states just to find the right spot. Ultimately, we settled for Dalton, Georgia for various reasons. One was the proximity to the customers. If you put our name on the map, you will see that we are very close to the Mercedes guys in the west, to the Volkswagen guys in the north, BMW in South Carolina, and Volvo also in South Carolina. Dalton, Georgia is not necessarily known as the automotive hub in the United States, right? I mean, if people look up Dalton, Georgia, they probably find more that we are more drawn to the carpet industry. Luckily, we settled here because it's not only the place and the land and whatever comes with it, it's also the people you deal with.
I was the first employee hired here in November of 2020, so I got to watch the ground break and it build up from a green pasture to the beautiful facility we have today. Currently, we have about 120 employees. We expect to expand quite a bit over the years. We have a 180,000 square foot facility. We could triple that facility with the 55 acres that we have here in Carbondale. There's a magnificent pipeline of talent in the area. We also have a large investment in the community, and we want to continue to build and attract talent to this area because it's a wonderful place to work and also a wonderful place to live.
You know, the JDA's focus has typically been mainly industrial type jobs, but due to conditions in Whitfield County, in the last couple of years, we've tilted our efforts a little bit towards housing. One of the things that we've learned through the years is that in order for companies to survive and thrive, they're going to have more people. And so we're working very hard to make sure that our community has homes for these workers at all sizes, shapes, and price points. So we want to make sure that we help the entire community and not just a certain segment. I think it's important to understand that companies have lots of choices. And so every business that we talk to that's considering looking in Whitfield County is also considering looking in other places as well. And we have to compete for those opportunities. So it's important that we help them understand why Dalton's a great place to be and why they can be successful here. Economic development can often be seen as picking winners and losers. And so what we try to focus on is making sure that the winner is the citizens of Whitfield County. So we do that by making sure that we're bringing in companies that add value with higher wages, high investment, and great jobs that our citizens would want to have. We have a lot of innovation in our community. We're a town that was born on entrepreneurship, and we're going to continue to push and strive to be that very place.